All right, wonderful people. All right, great people of Biafra, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, great people all over the world. We are back again today. You people already know that we are not going to stop on this Biafran restoration project because we have already chosen our path. Today being April 23rd, we are going to also talk about things that matters to our struggle, way forward. Like I always tell my people, as you are joining, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to invite your families, invite people that are around you. And very soon we are going to get into Biafran Television Channel 1. You know, we are different. We are different. And God will bless IPOB and God will bless this leadership. Of course, Mazi Okenna Kanu, who brought this ideology to us. Thank you very much, the technical director on the ground, the man that I so much love, a man that is working with me hand to hand, and I will continue, keep on thanking you for your good work. It's only Chukwu Okikabiama can pay us back because we are not here for money. We are here to volunteer ourselves. Also, my brother here, my senior comrade, I'm not going to call his name. He is the one that's going to introduce himself before I will begin to call his name. As you are joining, don't hesitate. Write your comment. Your comment will be on the screen and the world is going to also see it. That is why it's very, very important as you are coming, make sure you drop your comment because after this we are going to be, also pasting your comment and the world will see it. And the people that are watching through the satellite, which is the frequency, they are also going to see your contribution by writing. At the same time, I'm saluting our comment section people. I'm saluting the, somebody is ringing my bell. I think my wife is going to do that. Thank you. She's here. The comment section people, I want you all to also write because we are going to paste it on the screen. We are like people that are also watching on the frequency are going to also see your comment. Thank you as you are coming in. Benjamin, Amin, thank you for writing here. So great people of Biafra, we are now on Biafran Television Channel 1/IPOB Rapture Media under the leadership of Mazi Okenna Okechukwu. And here we are. We always set the record straight. Regardless of your position, we don't care who you are. We just need your common sense. This is what Mazi Okenna always taught us. That you see all those people that are speaking big grammar, whenever you see them, run away from them. They are empty head. They are coconut head. There is nothing there because they're busy trying to modify their English. They are busy trying to learn some vocabularies. Why they are there learning other people's language, they have forgotten their own. That is why whenever I see these people, I'm running away from them. They will keep on speaking grammar, keep on cramming things on their head, and they have forgotten their own. And we are going to go back to the root of how we used to be before they balkanize our minds and take away what we have. Like I said, I'm still also going to bring Matthias Ezak. So let me introduce myself. My comrade will also do so. All right, wonderful people, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, great people. We are back again today. My name is Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, known as the Biafran child Chineke, the general. I am IPOB under chain of command. Mazi Okenna Kanu is the highest authority. I know some of our people, because of lack of understanding, they don't even know that Mazi Kanu is the highest authority in this movement of Biafran Restoration Project. But as the case may be today, on absence of Mazi Kanu, Mazi Chike Doziem is the one in charge. And every directive from Mazi Chike Doziem is authentic. Everything that he says goes. And you can never challenge it before Chukwu and Haoko. IPOB is our family. And Radio Biafra is where we are worshiping. May Chukwu Okikabiama be with you all as we are going to continue. Mazi Obareze, I want you to introduce yourself, please, my brother. Ndewo.
Biafra child nwa Chineke. Ụtụtụ ọma ụmụ Igbo ndị anyị ji eme ọnụ. Ụtụtụ ọma ụmụ Biafra. Asị m nke onye chiri ya zelu. Chukwu Okikabiama ga-agọzi nwoke gọzie nwaanyị na-ekili ya ugbu a. Ife o ji adịkwanụ mma nọkọta asụọ Igbo. Ka ụwa niile mmadụ n'asụsụ Igbo ga-adịrịrị n'asụsụ Igbo agaghị ala ala. N'ihi nke a, ana m ekene gị nwanne m Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, the Biafra child. Aha m bụ Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, a Biafran, the anchor of Aside Hot Biafra television, and obedient servant of IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. I am a Biafran, and I am working hard with my fellow comrades to make sure that Biafra is restored in our own lifetime, that our children and our children's children may be happy and be proud that their father have done something great. Therefore, if you count yourself as one of those people that are doing great in regards to Biafra restoration, I want you to know that your children are going to be proud of you. Someday your names will be written in gold on marble, because those that are sabotaging this struggle, their name will everly remain in the dustbin of history as saboteurs. Thank you very much, and God bless you as soldier on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi CHUKWUBUIKEM, my senior comrade. I salute you immensely. And I have seen your work, and Chukwu Okikabiama will keep on blessing you and keep on blessing the great people of Biafra, the freedom fighters all over the world, our media warriors. And Chukwu Okikabiama will keep on blessing Mazi Chike Doziem, the head of directorate. He is the head. And all the whole DOS, those that are working as seriously, putting things in order to make sure that we put this struggle forward. Like I always say, my people, we are still in creating of awareness. But very, very soon, we are going to get into freedom fighting. And all these shenanigans that we are seeing today, believe you me, you will see them no more. When we get into freedom fighting, all these shenanigans, I promise you all, the great people, those great people that find themselves in that contraption called Daminibu Zoo, Nigeria, you will see all these shenanigans no more. Mazi CHUKWUBUIKEM, you always know our preamble. There is no how we can start a program without talking about Mazi Nnamdi Okechukwu Kanu. As we are moving forward, let me see if I can be able to get hands on one of our leaders' broadcast so that I will drop it so that people can also listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Because, you know, we don't lie. We don't lie. No, just 1 minute, Mazi, please. I have to get it. Because it's very, very important. We talk about the man that brought this ideology to us, a man that let us know that our problem is Nigeria. Okay, let me play this one, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said about Tinubu. They have already disconnected. Our brother is back again. Mazi, we are going to listen to this. It's not far, it's not too much. We are going to listen to it because it's very, very important. We always play the voice of our leader. Anyone that we will lay our hand on, we are going to play it. And the one available to me now is what Onyendu said about Tinubu, who is going to be your next president. Before we go to our leader, why they are still holding our leader, the reason why these people are still holding our leader, Mazi Okenna, let us listen to this, please.
In hard currency with Hausa. If the zoo is not performing well, it is one of the prime reasons. If you count Babangida, the next person you will mention is Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Yoruba land, Yoruba man. Mind you, not original Yoruba. They came from Sierra Leone and Liberia as free slaves from America. There is an issue for another day. Somewhere that Sanusi Lamido is from the Niger Republic. Are you aware of that? No, you don't know. That's why he has a house in Niamey till tomorrow morning. If he wants to go on holiday, he goes to Niger Republic. Niger to you and I, because we are English products, we are colonized by the English. If it was to be Latin people that colonized it, you'd be calling them nigger. That's the same meaning. If you call somebody nigger in London, you go to prison. But you can call them Niger and there'll be no problem. Or Niger, as the case may be. The stupidity of black people. The zoo's next leader ties to a heroin ring. Even white people understand that they cut a deal between Yoruba and Hausa people to share the power amongst themselves. After Buhari, then Tinubu will go. Everything we've been telling you about Tinubu is here now. They have gone to work on Tinubu. They have gone to work on him. And as we told you, eventually everything we say comes to pass, isn't it? Everything we tell you comes to pass. This is Radio Biafra. We don't lie. What for? What are we for? We told you Tinubu is a Yoruba man, is a thief. You never believed us, did you? Now a white man has given it the white treatment. And we will reveal all to you later. We continue to do our work. Because Chukwu Abiyama is with us. Chukwu Abiyama is with us. All the way, till we get Biafra and beyond. Till we get Biafra and beyond. We have a very special report this evening. We brought it to you before, last year actually, when we made it clear to the whole world about Tinubu's multiple bank accounts all over the world and the fact that Tinubu is actually a convicted drug dealer. He's a national leader in the damnable, the zoological republic itself. Now let's bring you this news. I love this news, honestly.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, our audience. I hope you people understand what Mazi Nnamdi said. All his prophecy, the one that is not yet to come, of course, definitely it must come to pass. This is 8 years prophecy, 8 years ago, when our leader said they have made a deal. The people that brought you, or the people that concocted that damnable zoo together, the people that created you, which is the British people, they have made a deal between the Yorubas and the Fulanis. And that is exactly what is playing today. Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, let us go to our preamble about our leader, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. I want you to tell us who is our leader to us, to you, to every indigenous people that they find themselves in that contraption, what our leaders stand for. How can you identify our leader? And I want you to also tell us the kind of job and how togetherness our leader have brought us to, and how our leader also stretched his hand to our brothers from coastal region of Biafra, because it's because of our leader I begin to understand that we are brothers. Before, I never knew that. So Mazi, as you are speaking, you can also digress. You know, everything, we are saying the truth here. And I want you to say it the way it is, as it is hot. Mazi, the floor is yours. And this program is for you. Ndewo Mazi.
Thank you once again, Mazi, Biafra child, Nwachineke. Sometimes when I call you Biafra child, Nwachineke, I feel a little bit jealous because you're not the only one Chineke, but now you are claiming that you are the only one Chineke. I am also one Chineke.
Oh, Kowadi, I carry everything at once. I know, even though not only you, it would have also complained this thing. Everybody are complaining this because I added it on my name. Some people are thinking that I am only Mazi. Anybody that is working as seriously on this Biafran restoration project is watch. We are all Omoshineke. We are all. It just by it enters my name. There, Mazi. Thank you very much.
It didn't fall from heaven. You want it. You deserve it. So, because it is only one Chineke that can stand on his ground to fight for his children and his children's children. And there is something you are missing that you have forgotten. The day that Mazi Okenna Okechukwu mentioned your name, he also called you Biafra child in one Chineke. He added that one Chineke to read.
Yes,
And that's,
he added it. He added it.
That's
And the Mazi, there is something you said now. The day the man said Biafra child watching, after he called, he began to laugh. He began to smile. How did this guy be able to couple this name together? And that I believe that is what is going on in his mind. How did he be able to couple this name together? Continue, Mazi.
That's correct. Because every Biafran child is one Chineke. So all of us are Umu Chineke, but you are representing us in that way, in that name. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, Biafra child, I think we missed a little bit small thing here, but I will fix it. We did not call the name of Chukwubuikem to take preeminence over this program. And I think
Go ahead.
Chukwubuikem, we commit this program in your precious hand, that you should give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and guide and protect us. Tell us how to move and what to do, what to say, and go into the heart of our people, those we are speaking to right now. Open their mind, open their eyes, open their inner mind, give them wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Give them fortitude to know the truth and the lie, and to differentiate themselves from those who have come to destroy this movement. Bless the hands of those that have blessed us. Bless the hands of those that have been blessing and supporting this movement. Bless the hands that have been praying for the restoration of our nation, Biafra. Bless those prayer warriors, those ordinary people who have been praying for Mazi Okenna Okechukwu release. Bless those who have been praying for the restoration of our nation and the sustainable stand of our great leadership, which is led by Mazi Okenna. Bless every Biafran that is of goodwill, trying to help in one way or the other to make sure that Biafra is restored. Above all, bless our lawyers, our team of lawyers led by San Mike Ozokome. Bless Barisifani Jofo, and bless
Mazi, not a lawyer.
I said Barisifani Jofo. I'm in the spirit by the Biafra child, so I can't make such mistake. Okay, thank you. So Chukwubuikem, we commit our daily activities to your precious hand, and this particular program shall stream well and we go to places. In the name of Chukwubuikem, we are prayed. He said, my brother, you say this program is for me, but I want to let you know that it's for us. It's for all of us. It's for all of us.
I mean, I'm going to allow you to, to flow, not to
flow.
stop you till you stopped.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fellow Biafrans, as you can see, we have embarked on this journey. And this journey is a journey that doesn't have two options. This journey is a journey that doesn't need any option or distraction. We are focused and we are heading to the final destination, which is Biafra restoration. And on that note, a lot is happening. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is currently suffering in the hand of the enemy. We all love him. We all adore him. We all appreciate him. And my brother here, Mazi Okechukwu, have asked me who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is and what he represents. I want you to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, number one, is a genius. Number 2, he is an enigma. Number 3, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is undefinable. You cannot define Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can't define you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is like a component of so many great things put together. That is why I use the word genius to start defining who he is. But in general, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a savior sent to come and save this generation from this damnable contraption they call a country. Mazi, if you're watching my program, you understand that sometimes I find it difficult to mention name Nigeria, because that name did not originate from any part of the people that they put together as a country. That name has no meaning, no significance to the people that they put together and given such name. And the common example is when you look at all the countries that were colonized by the slave masters. The moment they got their independence, they go back to their original name. Example, Ghana. Example, Burkina Faso. You know? And even the place they call South Africa today, when you look at the people that were together before, they call them Zanzibar. They brought so many people together and they call them all the names that they want. But, you know, as time goes on, they begin to differentiate and answer their real name. When you go into South Africa, there is a nation called Swaziland. They took the name out. They wanted to call them another name. Their real name wasn't Swaziland anyway, but they gave them that name, Swaziland. But let us go back to the original name, which I will remember before I finish. So all this were happening because there's what is called organic process. People who are coexisting by sheer value system. Once they realize that we are not one people, everybody will still go back to answer their father name. Look at Pakistan, look at Bangladesh, look at India. They forced them together before, but later they divided. Everybody answers their own name. Look at Malaysia and look at Singapore. They forced them together before, but they divided. Everybody answered their own name. Look at Senegal. They put them together with Gambia, but later they divided. Everybody answered their own name. This contraption that I don't like mentioning the name is the only country that still retain the name which the slave masters gave to them. And that is why sometimes if I want to mention it, it is somehow bitter in my mouth. So I use contraption to explain it for the world is watching.
That is why our leader Mazi Nnamdi Okechukwu Kanu always said on his program that our problem is that contraption. Nothing else. That is our problem. Continue, Mazi.
That is it. And because of all this, sometimes I used to blame our fathers for giving up on that battle which they embarked on for 3 years. Believe you me, Biafra child, I must tell you too. Sometimes I used to blame them. But when I look at the process which they use as a weapon of warfare against them, then I will pardon that my blame and withdraw it from them. Believe you me, my brother, these men fought the whole world. But looking at the situation and following the true history of that war, upon the blockade that was meted on them, they keep fighting. They never wanted to give up. I understand that Obasanjo went to negotiate for Biafra to surrender. This is the true information, because I've listened to so many people that have written something about this nation, this is not a nation. This is a contraption anyways. So I come to realize that Biafra did not just surrender, despite the fact that they use hunger and starvation as a weapon of mass destruction, as a weapon of warfare against us. But they were cajoled, they were pleaded to give up. And some of our fathers accepted this. led by Philip Effiong, and they gave up. Now, when you watch Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trying to correct that error of our fathers. That is why he is not giving up in the hands of the enemy where they kept him. That is why he is maintaining the status quo. That is why he is keep the fire burning. That is why even in their own court, he told Buhari, you cannot jail me. That is why even currently, he came to the court and speak to the world, I want peace in Biafra land because of them I am here. And I will continue to do so until we are free. Irrespective of whoever that is contacting him, pleading to him, Odious Okalu went to him in 2016, pleaded to him for him to give up this struggle. He said no. He begged him, he said no. He went to the parents said, go to my son. He came back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said no. People have been contacting him, telling him to give up. Mazi is saying no. As a matter of fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is embodiment and true representation of a freedom fighter. The greatest of them that have ever fought for a nation. That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if I begin to give you reasons why I am explaining, why I am digressing, using such word to tell us who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, but I will take my time because I'm not in a haste. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing on that protocol that says no retreat, no surrender. That is the reason why he is still suffering in the hand of the enemy up to this moment, and he is not giving up. He said, it's either the flag of Biafra is raised up, or I am 6 feet below this earth. And the world already knew what he meant. That 6 feet which he spoke about himself is not just for him, but for all the people in the contraption, everybody. Some people think that what Mazi is saying is either he die, only him die, and or Biafra come. No, he is saying all of us go perish, bros. And I want to put it in a way that people will understand it very, very clear. Because when I think about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I remember about the history that brought the First World War. The First World War was fought in 1914, the same year that Nigeria, that the contraption was amalgamated. You will be surprised that what causes the First World War was as a death of a prince, Archduke Ferdinand. The death of one person caused the First World War. And I keep repeating it to the people that cares to listen. Because as we are speaking right now, the world are watching, they are listening. The FBI are watching, the CIA are watching, the KDG are watching, the Nigeria intelligence, they are watching. And they listen to us. They knew that what we are saying is the truth. The history is there for you to go and read. The death of Archduke Ferdinand caused the First World War. Why will you kill a prince who is only, protecting his own territory and his own people? And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now standing as another Archduke Ferdinand, protecting his own people of Biafra, fighting that they should be given opportunity to have a referendum, to vote if they should be in this contraption or not. The fact that people do not understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is because some of them are myopic, they are short-sighted, they don't see far. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing as an arrowhead that is representing over 78 million people, going to 80 million people. And they are beginning to realize that if anything should happen to this man, they will have over 78 million people to contend with. And that 78 million people is not inclusive with the dead that will rise, with the stones that will rise, with the sands on the ground that will turn to jackals, that will turn to lions, that will turn to leopard and all kind of wild animal to come and consume anything consumable. It is high time they begin to understand this. I think some of them have already seen the handwriting on the wall that nothing should happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why it pains me. It gives me a very serious concern when I listen to people who are saying, hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fainted. Hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is vomiting blood. Hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing this, he's doing that. The truth is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through a lot of torture, psychological, physically, and spiritual torture. But the bigger truth is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot die on this process. The day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will die is the day that Chukwubuikem Abiyama have marked for him on this planet Earth, because he will not live forever. But the reason why he was born must surely come to fruition. The reason why Chukwubuikem Abiyama brought him into this world must surely come to fruition. It does not matter what you think. It does not matter what the enemies are doing. So, my brother, when you look at the situation...
I'm sorry to add something. You remember what our leader told us, that he can sacrifice anything sacrificable. He even though mentioned, if he warrant him to sacrifice his parent for Biafra to come, that to show you that this man is a true, child of Chukwubuikem Abiyama. And
yes,
believe you me, Chukwubuikem Abiyama is the one that sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to us. And everything that you said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believe you me, there is no doubt about it. This man have already displaced everything that he can take bribe from their contraption and live fine. You remember what Pion Johom said? He said, I have told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to collect some money, let them begin to enjoy themselves, so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will go and marry 100 wives. This is what Pion Johom said. Mazi, I want you to continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The truth is that the man you made mention of his nickname now, known as Joshua Yahweh, he is not from Israel. He is not from Egypt. He is not from UK, but his name is Joshua Yahweh. That's why sometimes I begin to wonder if he's from Korea or South Korea or North Korea. I don't know. However, the man you are talking about do not know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Physically, spiritually, and otherwise, he doesn't know him. He is just an unfortunate in-law. So he can say anything he wants to say. There are things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said to the people that visited him while still in the palace that used to shock the hell out of me. And I begin to check everything he said, how he put those words, and what he is facing now. I begin to see the manifestation of everything he has told those who visited him. There was a man that asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a question. That question is going to clear air about this rubbish that you said that Pion Johor said about him. The man visited him and asked him, no, not just a man, they came in group from Ugocha, Ndembamiri. He said, Mazi, I remember everything vividly, I don't forget. He said, Mazi, he said, yes. He said, the reason why the people from the Riverine area are afraid to join this movement is because they are afraid of an Igbo man. And there is an Igbo man who came before you. He was pulling weight. He was talking about the restoration of Biafra. People were supporting him. Everybody was listening to him. Along the line, he deviated and collected money and stopped the whole things entirely. So, Mazi, the question I am asking you now is this. What is the conviction that you are going to give us that if we support this Biafra restoration, that we will not be seen as a second-hand citizen in Biafra? We will not be intimidated by the Igbos in Biafra, and that you will not even give up and sell this movement for a pot of porridge. I want you to know that whenever you are speaking to Mazi, when he is seated, once you ask him a question that has a very big weight, he will not answer you sitting down, he will stand up. Mazi stood up from his seat and laughed for like 2 minutes. After that, he looked at the man. He told the man, do I look like someone who will send you an errand carry salt on your head, and I will still go and call the rainmaker to draw rain to beat you. The man say, I cannot say because the one we were looking at before, we were all trusting him, but it seems that he later even called the rainmakers to draw the rain down while we are carrying salt on our heads. Mazi said, I am Nnamdi Kanu. I am destined to come and do what I am doing. And if I die on the process and Biafra is restored, that will be the biggest price that I will ever pay for you people. Believe you me, I will not disappoint you. It is you, the people from the riverine area, and those people of Biafra who will not support me that will disappoint me. This answer put a lot of energy in my body. Then then the second person asked him, sir, can you explain to us if the question the first person asked about how we are going to treat our people from the riverine area? Mazi answered them and said, if Biafra is restored and you have your whole riverine area under your control, you have the resources from the riverine area of Biafra under the control of the people that came from there. If you have every law made in your own language, your people managing your resources, commissioner of police from any part of riverine area become a man from there. DPO of that area become a man from there. Area commander from that area become a man from there. And do you think that you are going to have issue with somebody from Anambra? The man said no. If you are having any issue, it's going to be a problem between Omona and it will be settled amicably. The man said yes. He told the man that is the Biafra I am representing and fighting for. True federalism is the name of that system of governance. That you will manage your resources, you will be in charge of everything that is happening in your land. Nobody from Enugu will come to dictate what is going to happen in Ijo land. Ijo people will manage Ijo land. Ogoni people will manage Ogoni land. But under one nation, one umbrella of Biafra called a nation. And they will bring, return to the center. That settles the case. Now, going forward to betraying the struggle. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He made that speech. Believe you me, he wasn't the one who was speaking that very day. The spirit of Biafra was speaking the day he said, if it warrant me to give my parents, my father, my mother, my children, my wife of Biafra to come, I will do it. The man we know as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wasn't the person speaking that very day. It was the spirit of Biafra in him that is talking to the people of Biafra that this man here can never betray you or disappoint you. And watch it. Adako, the cousin sister to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, died on the struggle. The father, Eze, Israel Okukano, died in the struggle. The mother died in the struggle. And the people are still dying in the struggle. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have looked at what is happening to our people. And the people who are holding him have been begging. Biafra child, I want to say it on your platform today that the contraption have been begging. They have been pleading to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to give up Biafra restoration. They have been pleading, they have been begging, they have promised him heaven and earth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said no. He says, silver I don't need, gold I don't need, diamond I don't need.
And again,
all I need is the freedom of our people.
Mazi Chukwubuikem, I agree with you because, sometimes some people don't try to understand what other people are saying. I remember when this little Hitler, this man that came from Ile Ibinu called Nyesom Wike, because Nyesom Wike is not part of us. He's not our brother. We don't know where he come from. But unfortunately, he's ruling the people of River State. We don't know how he be able to get there. If you people haven't forgotten, there's an article that man wrote. He said, there is something that is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he knows that. And what was that? It's exactly what you just said now. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu give up Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out tomorrow. And that is why he come in the court. When this idiot in Finland called Eberima, that deceiving our people today, that some of them have begun to wake up from their slumber. That is why our leader came in the court and told us that he knows the reason why he's still in DSS dungeon. He knows the reason why. Not that he cannot just come out from there. He can. In just a twinkle of eyes, he can be out. But he knows the reason why he's there. And he urged all our people to remain calm and stop killing those people that you are saying that you are going to restore Biafra for. Maz, I want you to continue on there.
Thank you. In addition to what you've just said now, Mazi Okenna Okechukwu has different spirits that is operating in him, not just one. Myself, I dictated 4. And I'm believing that that 4 represent the 4 market days, aka Ori Afonko in Igbo market line. I dictated 4. The moment Mazi Okenna Okechukwu is behind the microphone, a spirit that takes over Mazi Okenna Okechukwu is different. The moment you visit Mazi Okenna Okechukwu to speak to him, the spirit that speaks through him is different. The moment a Biafran is killed, one person, and Mazi Okenna Okechukwu want to react to it, the spirit that speaks through him is different. The moment the world is going gaga, doing all manner of nonsense, the spirit that speaks about it through Mazi Okenna Okechukwu is different. You see, this man is not just a savior to Biafran people, but a savior to the black nation. Every black person under this planet Earth, Mazi Okenna Okechukwu came for your sake. Some of our people are commonizing Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, underrating him because he is a black man, Onyibo. If Mazi Okenna Okechukwu happened to come from Russia, if he happened to come from Ukraine, UK,
Mazi, you are going far. You are going far. If Mazi Okenna Okechukwu happened to be a Fulani man, if Mazi Okenna Okechukwu with the wisdom and knowledge, if Mazi Okenna Okechukwu happened to be a Yoruba Oduduwa man, don't go Europe, don't go there. Just stand in Africa. If Mazi Okenna Okechukwu happens to be a man from South Africa, because we have to call a place that, that reason a little bit, people like South Africa, Rwanda them, all these people, Ethiopia them, you will see where Mazi Okenna Okechukwu will be today. But our people, there is something wrong with mostly the Igbo people. I don't know the reason why our people cannot just understand. Continue, Mazi.
Biafra child, do you know why I left all African continents to mention Western world? I will give you the reason. The reason is because after my research, I have come to realize that there is no African man, dead or alive. I repeat again, there's no African man, dead or alive, that can withstand what Mazi Okenna Okechukwu is fighting for. I repeat, no African man. Do you know that Nelson Mandela negotiated the resources of South Africa before he was released?
Of course. Of course.
Mazi, hold on 1 minute. I don't want to miss the line. That is why after South Africa was after Mandela was released and made the president of South Africa, all the resources of South Africa is in the hand of the white. All their finances is in the hand of the white. He negotiated it. That is why I have checked.
And it remains in their hand when they free.
Of course.
It remains in
Thank you. Thank you. So some people do not know, even though we celebrated free Mandela, South Africa is free. No, South Africa is not 100% free from the white, because those people that are handling the resources of a nation are the people that determine where the nation goes. And Malema is now fighting on that, which Mandela failed to fight for. He negotiated it. He said, they told him, we are going to be in charge of the mining companies, of the gold mining companies, of the resources, of the finance, and what have you. He said, okay. And he said, okay, no problem. But let me tell you what is happening today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given a bigger offer, greater than that of them handling the finances of the nation of South Africa. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rejected it. I will open up and let you know what I mean. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison, he was invited to speak to a representative that was sent by the president. Whatever I'm telling you is not hearsay and say. This is the story Mazi Nnamdi Kanu narrates to those that visited him. Not everybody. There are criteria of people that visit him that he spoke to in different ways. He said, when they came to me and they begged me, not asked me, they begged me to go with my Biafra with only 5 states. They say only 5 states we will give you Biafra. Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, Anambra, and Abia. They said they were begging, go with these 5 states. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that immediately he heard that word, the first thing that came into his mind was the state of Israel. My God. Biafra, this program we are doing today is going to go a very long way because there are historical facts that I am going to unleash on this platform today. So anybody that is not watching or sharing this program is not helping this movement. When you watch, only share.
Mazi, pay attention before you continue. Sometimes we urge people to do the needful. But I want you to understand that over 70 million are listening to this program because we are on frequency. We are on satellite. We don't depend on social media now. For this wonderful program we're doing today, we don't depend on social media. We depend on our satellite. So Mazi, continue. It does not matter. Mazi.
Thank you. Thank you. So when he was asked to accept for 5 states, namely Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Abia, and Ebonyi to go, he said that the first thing that came into his mind was the state of Israel. And he began to analyze what happened to the Israelites, how their fathers left their land. For generations to generation to generation to generation, they all left their land. And the enemies encroached into those places they left and begin to build and begin to build and begin to build. They begin to encroach, they begin to take the land that belonged to the people of Israel. And what happened is that it took tons of years before the people of Israel, the descendants upon descendant upon descendant of those that left their land, realized that something has happened to them. And there is a place that they call the land of their own ancestors, which they need to go back and have peace. He said at that point in time, he reasoned what happened to them is because when you leave the space where you occupy, where Chukwubuikem have given to you, an enemy will come and take over. So when these enemies took over, they begin to give birth. They begin to multiply. Their children, the children of those enemies that took over those land, begin to see that place as their father's land, because that is where they were born. That is where they were born. So when their father died, they give birth to their own children. Their own children will see it as their own land. So this happened over years. And what happened at the end of the day? When they were massacred, when they were killed by Adolf Hitler, when the Jews were killed, over 6 million of them, then the generation of this Israel in 1947, 1946, 1947 begin to say, what is happening? Does it mean that we don't have our own land? They went back to history, because one thing about Israel is that they keep history. Wherever they go, they keep history. We left our land, we go to these places, we establish this, we do this, we do that. Then what come back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mind is that if 5 states from Biafra land is allowed, he accepted to have a nation of Biafra. What happened to Chibuike, who is his brother, living in River State? What happened to Chukwuka, who is his brother, living in Delta State? What happened to his brother, who is Onyemechi, living in Cross River or in Akwa Ibom? That if he accepts to just go without going in unison with his own brothers, with his own kith and kin, the war that he's going to fight after years is going to be greater than that which Israel are fighting today. Because if you watch what happened to Israel, they came to divide Israel into 2. Go and watch the map of Israel. You will see that the enemies wanted to divide Israel into 2, but Israel refused to be divided. Go and check the map, the map at the West Bank.
And that is exactly what those people that, be able to, I always give top hand to those people that created that contraption. And they managed to also divide us into 2. They did that. That is why they will come and be telling you that somebody from Igbo that is answering Ifeanyi Chukwu will be telling you that it's not an Igbo man. They tried. British people
Mazi,
they tried. These people must continue.
Mazi, let me tell you what happened. Psychologically, they tried to divide us. Mentally, they tried to divide us. But what they have failed, and will everly fail, is on the landmass. Because these people came and divide Eboma into 3. Eboma, one they put one in Delta, one they put one in Rivers, and they left one in Imo State. The same family, the same father, the same mother. Now, as if that is not enough, the only place you call Obibo, the heart of Igbo land, is right there in the place they call Iguacha, which they fraudulently call Rivers State. Rivers is not our language. Rivers is not our language. Even the water they call river, which is English language, we don't call it river. What we call it is Miri Oshimiri. So when these people came to divide us,
Mazi, I am bringing Matthias Ezako. We are going to, you see me, say my own. I will bring back. Must continue, Mazi.
So what I'm trying to say is this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu looked at the state of Israel. He learned a lot from there. And he said, they want to divide these people. They wanted to take over their land, but these people refused. They keep fighting. All the whole Arab world that we are surrounding them begin to fight them. Bros, I checked the map of Israel before 1945, and I checked the map of Israel after 1945. I give thumb up to those children of Israel because they wanted to shrink them. They wanted to make sure that they are extinct on this planet Earth. But kudos to that woman that rose up to say, we must do what? Begin to contribute money everywhere we are in the world, which is what we are doing now, the Biafrans, to go back, to buy guns and bullets.
And the Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, we are discussing, and what we are discussing today is something that is very, very important because we are talking about history. What we are doing now is a history. We are bringing because we IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said that everything that is going on since IPOB started, we are taking record. Mazi, do you think that Nigerian with the world powers, when they came to our land in 1967 to 1970, don't you think that these people want to wipe us all away? Exactly what they did to Israel. That is exactly what they want to do to us. But Chukwu Okike Abiama that is in his throne, looking over his own children, because Aibo Muchukwu. Mazi, that is something I just want to ship in, that the same thing that happened to Israel, that is exactly what they want to do. They did to us in 1967. But unfortunately, they could not kill the children of Chukwu Okikabiama. Mazi, continue. Thank you very much.
Now, let me tell you this, bro, and I know that the world are watching. There is no place on this planet Earth where starvation and blockade is used as weapon of war, only in Biafra land. Even if Germany is fighting with France, the people, the individual, the common people there is protected. But it is only in Biafra land that we are not protected. And the Gowon gave order that they should kill, and kill, down to every child from 10 years. But what happened? Chukwu Okikabiama said that they cannot wipe us out. Their plan was to wipe us out, but they could not. And what marvels them is that after the killing, after the pogrom committed against our people, the number of our people that reemerged after 30 or 40 years is shocking them. It seems like all those people that were killed within that period of time, over 5.something million of them, just resurfaced times 20 within 10 to 15 years. And that is why they are not happy with us. But now I want to tell you something. And I want you to do plus and minus on what I'm about to say now. Yes, they plan to wipe us out. It did not work. They tried to divide us. It was working until Mazi Kanu came and began to unify us and begin to bring us back together and begin to connect us. Because this program we are doing, I saw the headline. It said, connecting the what? The dots.
The dots. Connecting the dots. And you remember what the name they called us? We are dot people. You
Yes.
know, Mazi, everything we are doing is by the power of Chukwu Okikabiama. Sometimes when we write something,
Absolutely.
we don't even know the meaning of what we are putting out there. But as we are moving forward, people will begin to explain things that we don't even know when we put it there. Mazi, we are here
Absolutely.
to connect the dots, and we are dot people. Continue, Mazi. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So looking at the situation right now, Mazi Kanu have surpassed all, I repeat, all freedom fighters in the whole land of Akebula, which they fraudulently call Africa, because the original name is Akebula, not Africa. Africa is a name of Roman general called Scipio Africanus that came to conquer this side of the world. Yes. So now, the coming of Mazi Kanu have established three cardinal point, and I'm looking for the right word. It has established three cardinal points of connection and peace among the people that that was designated to be dismantled. Number one, as it stands now, nobody is talking about South and Southeast and Southwest. That South is already dead. Mazi Kanu have destroyed it completely. Secondly, nobody is talking about Niger Delta. I am from Niger Delta. It is Mazi Kanu and Radio Biafra that killed it. So the people from this area are now beginning to see themselves as one people. Thirdly, Mazi Kanu have made our brothers from across the river, the Oduduwa people, to realize and to understand that we have nothing to fight with them. As a matter of fact, we have, according to history, we have a little connection historically with them. If you listen to Oba, or is it Ogunyisi, or what they call him, the Oba from Ile-Ife, the young Oba from Ile-Ife, when he was talking about Igbo people being the first people that established a well-organized government on this planet Earth, he said that even the Igbos themselves are the only people on this planet Earth that practice democracy. And he connected some kind of tradition of Yorubas and some kind of historical facts, which I may not be able to put here, with what Igbos are doing. That is, by the way, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to make sure that everybody from the South are unified and have peace together. And that is why
Mazi Chukwubeikem, please, if you can allow me, there is a video of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he destroyed that name called South South. I think when we listen to this video, it was a video when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was addressing the coastal region of Biafra land. I think I want you to give me that time. Let us listen to what Onyendu said, so that, believe you me, from here you will have a lot to tell our people. And this is not our brother here. This is not our brother here. There is a day after Onyendu have a meeting, live broadcast, with the coastal region of Biafran people, and we are going to hear the question from this our brother from coastal region, and we are going to listen to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hear his answer. Now I want us to pay attention, great people. We are going to pay very big attentively. I will urge you people not to be writing comments, because he may distract you. You know, whenever we are talking about our leader, he is our Messiah. And we are going to do everything in our disposal to make sure we protect him. And every of his word, to make sure we hold it sound and clear. So I want you people to pay very big attention, please, my people. Now let us listen.
I want to ask is that the Biafra, which is always sound Bia and Fra, this is where some issues come about. Where does this connotation come from? And who are the people behind this Biafra? That is the first question I want to first ask before I ask other question again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And again, before we continue, like I said, this is a live. I will start it again. It's not too much. I want you people to see it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was live on that was a Zoom conversation. There were almost 10 people in this program, but we'll be able to cut only this one off, because this is where the real question is. So I want you people to know that it was a live broadcast with Onyendu and the coastal region of Biafra. Now, I will not stop it again till it finished.
And the question I want to ask is that the Biafra, which is always sound Bia and Fra, this is where some issues come about. Where does this connotation come from? And who are the people behind this Biafra? That is the first question I want to first ask before I ask other question again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You said you're South, so you accept the tag of being from South and Niger Delta. Two names that have no meaning. There is nowhere in this world, in any geography textbook, where you can see South. There is a river called River Nile that runs into the Mediterranean Sea in Alexandria in Egypt. That place is called the Delta region of the Nile. The Mississippi River also has a delta. So what I'm trying to get across to you, my dear brother, is that the name Delta has no meaning. It is only a name answered by people who are not sure of who they are, people who are confused. And the Eastern nation is not a confused nation. If you say Eastern nation, I will listen to you. If you say Ijo nation, I would listen to you. But that concoction of South or Niger Delta doesn't work with me, because only people who are not sure of who they are will answer Niger Delta or South, because South doesn't exist. It was a mere concoction by Dr. Excellency, which they agreed to. So why don't you have North? Where is West or East? You and I have more in common than a Fulani man and a Hausa man living in Sokoto. But I give it to you. You want to be alone. You want to divide. I concede. I'm a Democrat. I don't care whoever want to stay. But coming to your question, the man that should have answered this question is an Ijaw man, Frank Opigo. And when he came up with the name Biafra, people were confused. But God did one thing that was miraculous. Ojukwu did not argue with the name. The name came from an Ijaw man, which means that Ijaw wants Biafra more than anybody else. But I'll tell you where the name comes from, and I'll give you 3 names. And I want you to bear one thing in mind. I'm from a place called Afara. Afara. If you put B-I in front of it, which means come, it becomes Biafra. Afra means the land of the people who we are joined together. If you go through your history books from the beginning, I researched, I went back to the beginning. I don't start from the middle. We are called Biafra, denoting our march through the Afar region of Ethiopia for the final wave that came. Those that settled around a place called Ethiop River. That's how the name came about. You have Ethiop River. Even in Delta State, the deepest river in West Africa is in the Nile of Africa. Our name was first to be. People still talk about Portuguese. I said they don't know what I'm talking about. Biafra. Biafra, and they shortened to Biafra. All the maps have all these names. And this Biafra used to be a kingdom. A kingdom under God. Almighty in heaven, not by man, by God in heaven. And when I was preaching this afternoon, I said to you people, there are some things about Biafra that people don't know. The white man knows about you more than you know yourself. That is why the white man doesn't want Biafra to come. It means come and join. Biafra means come and join. That is our name, not given to us by the Portuguese. Because if you look at the history of Biafra, the first name was Biafra. Second name was Biafra. Some called it Biafra, yes. And then lastly, it was Biafra. Go and check it very well. And I will conclude by referring you to the scriptures, the Bible, where it was said that my daughters from across the rivers of Ethiopia will bring gifts to my temple. So says the Lord of hosts. And if you go to the map of, I think it was 1368, it is there. Biafra, the very first map, to recognize our sojourn through the Afar region of Ethiopia. And then the same God that we worship said, you will come from beyond. He did not say inside Ethiopia. They will come from beyond Ethiopia to come to worship me. And that is the land of Biafra. Geographically, politically, spiritually, we know what we're talking about. There's only those who are blind in the spirit who cannot see it. And I've led, no wonder Facebook shut down my old account. You have, go there, it was laid out in black and white so they can see the journey is taken. Only Ijaw people were educated enough to know what our name was. Ijaw, the same place you come from. If your ancestors, your forefathers, they are telling you you're from Biafra, how are you to say you're from Niger Delta? What is your proof? And I've already proven to you that Niger Delta, my dear brother, has no name. Niger means nigger, black, awful, absurd, ridiculous. In French, it's called Niger. In Latin, it's called nigger. You're telling me you're from Niger Delta? That is very shameful indeed.
Thank you, Mazi Nnamdi Okechukwu Kanu. Mazi, we just finished it. Now you can also start where our leader stopped. Ndewo.
So let's talk about
Mazi, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, please. Unmute your mic.
Okay. Thank you. Mazi Okenna, I have listened to this video more than 10 times. And each time I listen to it, I grab something new from it. Okay? There was something I was saying before you play this video, but I want to connect everything together. You see, Mazi refused to take bribe and leave the struggle. And Mazi refused to allow only 5 states to be established for a purpose, for purposes which is going to be connected to what he have just said on this platform right now, on this video. You know, what they wanted to do to Mazi in 2016 when they begged him to go with 5 states is what I'm going to break down now. If Mazi had accepted and maybe by now we have Biafra of only 5 states. As I'm talking to you by now, the enemies would have sponsored those our brothers that are living within the riverine areas. From there, they will be throwing bombarding us, killing our people. Then the world will say, look at them, they are just killing themselves. But at that time, they will not tell you that the people that they are using their communities to kill us are our brothers that they pushed out of us. So they will say, see, they are Biafra. It's not up to 1 year. They have started killing ourselves. Because our brothers living within those areas will not be happy with us. That is why sometimes I get angry when I don't see our people from the riverine area joining this movement. Only one way. Because we are one people. So now connecting it with what Mazi just educated that guy. When you look at the map of Biafra, you will see that it comprises of all the people within the riverine area. They, including Delta, but they now went and cut Delta out. They cut Delta out, joining Delta with Edo. They cut it out, joining it with Edo. If you go, there are so many maps of Biafra. Sometimes I used to go on Google, I bring out old Biafra map. Then I begin to do what is called a critical analysis on those maps. You will see where they cut Delta out. You can do it after this program. They cut it out. So what they're trying to do is to, officially take away Delta State out of Biafra. But Delta State is where you have the highest number of Igbo living outside Biafra, outside the core Igbo states. Delta State is where they have the highest number. Go and check. Because out of, was it 21 local government or whatever, Igbo speaking has about 11 in the same Delta State. Even up to Edo State, we are still in Ibanke. The place they call Ibanke is known as Iwakre. They are still Igbo people. So they wanted to cut them off. Just imagine.
Even though extend to Benue, we have Igbo speaking community in Benue.
Of course. So what they wanted to do is to cut it off, divide us into partitions, and they strike us. We, as they call us, dots. They'll be striking us from Ibanke. They'll be striking us from Delta. They'll be striking us from Iguacha. They'll be striking us from, all these places. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it and said, no, I will not leave 1 inch of these territories that is of Biafra to anybody. That is why they hold him. Mazi, have you asked yourself, why is it that a man was held for over 2 years under solitary confinement, going to court, adjournment? The chief judge have not seen anything to nail him. Have you asked yourself this question?
Mazi, if you said our people, they will say, no be juju be that.
Now, juju be that. I'm talking about 2015 to 2017. The first time that he was apprehended. Why haven't Justice Tozo found anything to nail Mazi? He could not. Then Binta Yanku took over. Why hasn't she got something to nail this man? Nothing. Do you know the bone of contention here? The bone of contention here is that Mazi should leave his brothers and sisters. He should leave Chima in River State. He should leave Amechi in Benue State. He should leave Chika in Delta State. And they have only but the state they created by themselves and give to us. So that tomorrow they will use the Chika to come to fight us. They will use the Amechi to come to fight us. This is the plan of the enemy, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it. So when I get angry sometimes to say if we should leave these people and have only but 5 states. I used to go back and listen to myself again, and something will tell me, Mazi Okenna Okechukwu have seen something that is bigger than what some of us are seeing. That is why he refused. Now, if this person that asked Mazi this question about Biafra did not hear it directly from Mazi explaining to him how Biafra came to be, that it was even an Ijaw man who introduced the name. It was even an Ijaw man who brought the idea, let us use this, our name, Biafra, to have a nation. If it was not an Ijaw man, this guy that asked this question would have said, it would ask Mazi another question. But why is it Igbo man that say we should name it Biafra? That was the question he was going to ask. But because it was a man, his own father, a headmaster for Krika Grammar School, who is knowledgeable, who is intelligent, who is well-read, he couldn't ask any other question. He accepted in total on every explanation from Mazi. Now, going forward to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, brother, if there is one truth we must tell ourselves today, that truth should be that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is meant for Biafra restoration. That is why he have not deviated. Let that truth begin to ring bell in the heart of everybody. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a very peaceful man. Do you know that whenever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hear the story that somebody died, a Biafran is killed, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to cry. Now let me tell the world this. The day our people was shot in Nnewi, or in Ozubulu, not in Nnewi, in Ozubulu, there was a time some people carried guns, said they were having issue with this our brother. What is his name again? This our brother from Ozubulu. Hi, oh, he's a well-known man. He's wealthy. He has money. Hi, oh, I have gone for this man. They said he was having problem with some people, and some people carried gun, enter inside church, and shot and killed so many people. Mazi Okenna Okechukwu cried. I saw him bowing his head in pains before he came online and did that video that he blasted all the people that are killing our people in Biafra land. He cried. He said all these things are Fulani herdsmen sponsored. They are doing it to cause commotion and make our people start fighting each other. Mazi, do you know how many times these people have tried to...
Mazi, you know, there's no how our people are going to dispute this, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also show it in the court. Do you know what it is for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left other thing to say or to address us? He begin, even though if you see the way that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was addressing, please let Biafran land be calm. Stop killing our people. Just look at the face of our leader. You know, sometimes when you see somebody that is crying, sometimes man don't have to be crying water. When you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the way he was saying that thing, you will know that this man is in pain. He understands that the people that they are saying that they are going to restore Biafra for are dying. So why are you killing them? You see how he was doing. He is in pain. When you look at that video, you will know that this man is in pain. That is why he was saying that.
Now,
and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a good man. Continue, Mazi.
Biafra, ask yourself, why did Nelly Ofebu was addressing him, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court today? The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court today. Ask yourself why. She actually was telling us that is not the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we know that he has been cloned. That was what Nelly was saying.
Yes,
but let me tell you
exactly what she's saying.
Yes, let me tell you something. When you see a freedom fighter that is a real freedom fighter, he doesn't want to lose one comrade in the line of duty. But a stupid person that claims to be a freedom fighter, who is actually a crook, making money, is giving gun to people to go and be threatening the same people that he is claiming to be fighting for, asking them to stay at home, not to come out and do their normal businesses, when Mazi Okenna Okechukwu have lifted such order. The difference is too clear. Mazi doesn't want to see one person die. But Ekberima give gun to people to go and kill those who are going about their normal businesses against the wish and the will of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they are not the same. Now, I want to say something that is very important here. Very, very, very important. It's about our so-called special
and before you digress, go there, I want to also ask you, why is that Aloy Ejimako never condemned these killings from that Ekberima in Finland? Mazi, you know the reason why they are tackling Aloy and Mazi Ifanye Ejiofor? Because Mazi Ifanye Ejiofor have came out and said that Ekberima, this thing you are doing, Onyendu is against it. They went to our son Osakome. Osakome said that all these things you people are doing, you people are just causing problem for this man. And our lawyers, Jimako, as I'm speaking to you, even though when they killed that pregnant woman, our lawyer Jimako did not even write all this nonsense that he's putting on Twitter that they are paying. I don't know how they are getting those numbers on Twitter. He never condemned that. Simon, stop this, you're nonsensical. He never said it. He never wrote anything. He's just showing us that his market in his place. We are bent down. Mazi, I want you to continue, please.
Thank you. Before I continue on that side, I see, because I wasn't watching people's commentary, I see people reminding me of Bishop. Yes, his name is Bishop, you know, Emma Bishop or something from Ozoblo. He was the person that they were claiming that was having problem with people, and they went into church and began to kill our people. That is exactly the truth. Our people are following up. Thank you very, very much. Those of you that have reminded me of this. Gozier material. And they do ihe putago ndewo Ikechukwu odurukwe ndewo. Now, the reason why I want to go into this particular topic is because it's very important for Biafrans. Even though I have treated it on my platform personally, but I have to digress more here. I have to explain things here that our brother may understand what is happening and what to do at the right time. You ask a question, why haven't Aloy Ejimako put up a serious tweet exposing the killing of Ekberima and his boys? And I want to throw a challenge to anybody who may come to rant or who may come to defend Aloy Ejimako on this platform or any platform, to give me a comprehensive write-up from Aloy Ejimako condemning the killing and disobedience of Simon Ekberima in Biafra land, the killing of our people. If anybody can send me what I mean by comprehensive, I mean a well-detailed note. I'm not talking about Twitter chat, because what he does in Twitter is chat. He just writes 1 or 2 lines, he sent. All he did is passing information. That is unprofessional. He said he's a special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom you are special counsel to, somebody is using his name to commit crime in Biafra land. Somebody is using his name, impersonating him, to kill, to kidnap, to rob, to the extent of even killing pregnant women in the Biafra land. And your mouth is like this. You did not say anything. You did not write anything. You did not caution that person. And you say you are claiming to be a special counsel. A special counsel that you think your job is to come and tell us a coordinator to change and coordinator not to change. I have endured a lot about this Aloy Ejimako. It's been for a very long time. For like 4 months ago, I would have exposed this Aloy Ejimako. But those people that have been begging me, that I'm respecting, very soon I'm going to run out of my patience. But I have to address him today on this platform as they hot. Special counsel supposed to protect the interests of whomever he or her is representing. Special counsel is supposed to make sure that any message that is being sent from the person he is representing is carried out to the letter. Special counsel is supposed to know that there is an organized leadership which the person they are representing has put together, which the person they are representing has given the order that in my absence, they are in charge. Special counsel should understand that whenever there is an information, a vital one, that need to be circulated, that the information should be taken to this body, which is Directorate of State, led by Mazi Okenna. Special counsel should know that his job is not to come and talk to Biafrans online. Special counsel should know that his job is not to come and tell us what is happening without following the due process. Special counsel should also understand that so many times, if Ifeanyi Ejiofor is putting up an article, he must have discussed with the Directorate of State. He must have given message to DOS. Most of the things you people see by Ifeanyi Ejiofor writing is a message that is sent for him to deliver, but he will contact the people who are representing us in the front line as Directorate of State, and there will be a deliberation among them before such message is pushed out. So this special counsel is quack special counsel. Aloy Ejimako is a quack special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he has never for once.
Aloy Ejimako is from hand to mouth. From what he is nobody. Continue.
So for him not to have done something that he's supposed to do, for example, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent out a message. I want Biafrans who are listening and watching this program to think, reason, then go and check the report. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent a message that Simon Ekperima should be cautioned not to be killing our people in Biafra land. That Simon Ekperima should be cautioned to stop the criminality in Biafra land. That Simon Ekperima should be cautioned to stop using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, claiming that he is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, to be committing crime, all in the name of fighting for freedom of Biafra. And this message was passed to all the lawyers. Biafrans, ask yourself, why is it only Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor that came out and put a comprehensive message out there, sent to Ekperima himself? This associating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Simon Ekperima activity. Why did Aloy Ejimako sat on that information? Why didn't he push such information out as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commanded? It's a question that our people should ask themselves. Because sometimes our people behave like Atura Abu. Once they see you going to the left, they follow you. They will not ask you if there is any danger on that left side you are going. Because Aloy Ejimako has argued a case that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won in Umuahia, does not give him the right to start messing up and have me, somebody like me, to watch him. Where he does good, I praise him. Where he goes wrong, I will give him signal to retrace his step. Once he continues, I will come after him. Because IPOB is paying him for the job he's doing. He is a contractor. We contracted him to do this job. And it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that even gave him the special counsel to him.
Mazi Okenna, before you continue, we have to also put this English in a simple term. When you are talking about contractor, you are putting it high. We hired him. We hired him.
That is contractor also.
Yes, Mazi. No, I'm not saying, Mazi. We are just. I want us to, to simplify it in a sense that our people, when you are saying contractor, some people won't understand what you mean. But if you say we hired him, they will understand.
Okay.
They were
okay.
Contractor and hired, they are the same. There is no difference.
Thank you, my brother. So let me use your word. We hired him, we chatted him. And the job he's doing as the, what do you call him, as the special counsel, as he claimed to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, does not give him right to come and be giving us a message that is going to endanger the life of our people the more. You see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is sick, we know. You see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the world already knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is under incarceration in the hand of the enemies. Even when court has, declared him a free man. The world knew this. They knew this 100%. Now, the profile of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be, brought to a level of Aloy Ejimako's interpretation. For example, there was a time I saw him saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu he fainted. And this is kind of information that Ekperima and his boys like, for them to come and use it and be attacking the leadership. The leadership are not doing anything. Ejiofor is not doing anything. Osokome is not doing anything. Today they say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fainted. The next thing you see them go to one community, begin to shoot and kill. After that, they will run away, and the enemies will come into that community, begin to kill innocent people. Aloy Ejimakor do not know the damages which some of those his tweets is doing in Biafra land. And as a so-called special counsel, if his brain does not tell him that some of his updates is awkward, he should learn it today. Yes. He is sick. He is being tortured. He is going under severe pain. They are not giving him medication. We like all that. But don't come and tell us blood is coming out of his nose, blood is coming out of his mouth. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell me, okay, to tell Oka for Afonso to come and tell Biafrans what happened to the leadership. If this man had given that information to the leadership knows how they are going to put up a write-up in regards to what is happening there. Everybody will read and understand what is happening. This is my stand, that Aloy Ejimakor should, with immediate effect, desist from updating us. We don't need his update anymore. Since he is trying to undermine the office of Directorate of State, since he's trying to undermine the office of Mazi Chukwu, since he doesn't want people to believe and to follow the due process, which is C&C, chain of command and control, he should stop giving us any information. We are not interested in it anymore. The update of Barrister Ejiofor is a testimony to what I am saying. Because some of you will say, hey, President Linton, why are you attacking our lawyer? Don't you know that he won a case in Omaya? And so what? And so what? And so what? If he won a case in Omaya, Guinea Wemezie. So because he won a case in Omaya, did he won that case single-handedly? Are there no other lawyer that help him? Did we not pay for the services? Is that not what he's chartered for?
Is he not Mazi Ejiofor or Osakome is the one that freed Mazi Nnamdi? Didn't they free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? But they are still holding him. They have trashed all the whole charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have done it.
Mazi, before now, Barrister Ejiofor single-handedly fought for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free in 2017, single-handedly. So that one will not make Barrister Ejiofor to come out tomorrow to do something that will jeopardize the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If I see it, despite the fact that he have secured, he has done something great, I will talk about it. Some people say, you like Ejiofor too much. That is why you don't like Ejiofor. If I tell people what I know about Aloy Ejimakor, Hagabasha Kanante. But I am keeping those things for the day of reckoning. And I am also maintaining my level of exhibition so that people will not you know, see this man and attack him. All his sinister, all his movement, all his crooked movement and whatever, I know.
And Mazi, there is a problem. That, you know, that's why I always, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will tell us that there is something wrong with our people. So people think that if Mazi Ifeanyi Ejiofor is behaving like Aloy Ejimako, we are going to be, you know, carrying him like a baby. That is something people don't understand. But Ifeanyi Ejiofor always mind his business. There is something that he's supposed to do. Any directive from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he always send it to the leadership. He know his job. We are not coming here to pamper anybody. We are not coming to tell you that we love this one more than this. I have also spoke about Aloy Ejimako in the good things that he have done to this struggle. But that does not mean that you make one, you want to destroy everything. We are not going to take it from anybody. There is a video that I played yesterday when a man was saying, according to Aloy Ejimako, that is why today people are not listening to us. Some people will be telling you we don't know where to take information from. We don't know who we should listen to. It's because of all these shenanigans. Instead of them to give a message to the leadership, they want to do it on their own. And these people, like I said, they are contractor. We hire them. And these people, we are paying them. And they are not part of this struggle because their leg is here, leg is here. Mazi, please, I want you to continue.
Thank you, Mazi Okenna. Now, I want to put something in a chronological order right now. And I want anybody that is listening to me to, you know, do something. What you're going to do is to go back and look at the report and the activities of Aloy Ejimako. There was a time by the Ifeanyi Ejiofor we come and give information as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is directed. Aloy Ejimako will counter it. Now, after countering it, Kanu Kinsilese will come and back Aloy Ejimako up. Master Prophet will go on his platform and begin to broadcast in support of Aloy Ejimako against Ifeanyi Ejiofor. The one you call Kanu Meme, the Eberima himself on the ground, will also back it up. Now, let me tell you something. Any mistake you see Aloy Ejimako doing today is masterminded by Kanu and the fine boy. I must tell you the truth. I'm a man of truth. I don't lie. Any movement you see Aloy making that is making me to be talking about him now, you know, Biafra, anytime you see me come out and begin to call somebody's name and begin to talk about that person, at the beginning, people will not believe me. People will say, hey, this man, hey, why are you talking about this man? At the end of the day, the truth will just open. Wow. This man called Kinsley Ezebiro and the Kanu Meme plus Pion John Hall are the mechanism that is pushing Aloy Ejimako towards this big hole that he is falling into right now. I want to set the record straight. The reason why I say this is because you will see Pion John Hall coming on his platform, praising Aloy Ejimako, calling him all manner of names, blessing him, saying he is the one that they trusted, this and that. And Nnamdi Ejiofor wanted to join. And he wanted to start writing memo. Nnamdi Ejiofor wanted to start writing memo also. Said, I'm again. Abomike. Mfuka Nnamdi Ejiofor potara mepam again. Who rubbish. Abomike. What Nnamdi Ejiofor? Abomike ozugbo confirm kwata no na-eme. Nda goro na agwa pụta ewere Biafra struggle na achọka ewere na anara ego na-etinye n'akpa a na-ekele na anụ ọgụ. We know those that are fighting for us. There is a barrister working with Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Barrister Chinwe. Have you ever heard me talk about her? This is a lady who is doing something great on the ground. Barrister Maxwell is doing something great on the ground. I don't mention the name of these people. That doesn't mean that they're not working. They are working according to rules and regulations, direction from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are respecting the hierarchy. But Ifeanyi Ejiofor has a registered law firm here in this contraption. He have office in Abuja. He have in Oka. I don't know if he have in another place. Practicing. Ask Aloy Ejimako, where is your office? Ask Aloy Ejimako, what is the name of your law firm that you are representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under?
Akanono.
There are things I want to say. Okay, if somebody want to see Aloy Ejimako today, which office will you go to? I'm asking question. I have not started attacking him, and I don't intend to do so. But I will
Mazi, what you are doing, you are asking a question. You know, some of our people, there are some things our people don't understand. When people are, all these things that you are stating here is a question. You are asking a question because you want to know. It's not abuse, it's not a quarreling, but a question.
Yes.
Mazi, I want you to continue. Mazi, please, I want you to use at least 2 minutes to round up because that's the issue that I want to bring up again. So that let us discuss it a little bit, please.
Okay, beautiful. The truth is this. Ejiofor, Mazi Ifeanyi Ejiofor, work according to the order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he doesn't do it under his capacity alone. He consults the leadership. This is different between Aloy Ejimako and Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Aloy Ejimako visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, come out on his own, discuss with Kanu Ntakanu and the fine boy, then go out and blow anything he want to blow. And he want people to be listening and obeying whatever he's saying. We cannot do that. I am respecting Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor today because Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor is following the organogram, working in hand with those that he is representing. Because Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor is IPOB lawyer and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer. But Aloy Ejimako is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu special counsel, not IPOB special counsel. I want people to understand this. It's very, very simple. If I am looking for Ifeanyi Ejiofor today, I know where to go and knock on the door as a lawyer, as a legal practitioner. The door will be open for me. I will say, sir, I want to report this case for you to help me, argue it. But Aloy, can you tweet and tell us your address where somebody can meet you up? Can you? Because it's only on Twitter that you have your office. Aloy Ejimako have only office on Twitter and on Facebook. But Ifeanyi Ejiofor have office in Abuja and in Anambra State. This is the difference between two of them. So, but the people who I am attacking are those people that are using him, calling Aloy name. It is the game of the mind. Some people don't understand what I'm doing. I will not be coming and be saying, stop, Kanu, stop using Aloy Ejimako. No, it is Aloy Ejimako that will be calling. So that once they come to use him to tell him, go and do this, he will tell them, no, I don't want President and the other Biafrans to, attack me. Biafra, are you with me? That is what we are doing here. If there is if there is nothing like Biafra media warriors, believe you me, this struggle would have collapsed. So that is why I also salute all the media warriors. When you bring lies, we face you, to defeat you. We have dealt with the lies of BBC. BBC is on the ground as I'm talking to you now. They don't report about Biafra issue anymore because we defeated them in total. So my brother, let me round it up here to tell Aloy Ejimako to stop writing rubbish, all in the name of reporting about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu vomiting blood and from nose and mouth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is ill, we know, but the way you give us the information, we don't want it. We only have one channel, or 2 channels, or 3 channels, apart from you. 1 is Ima Powerful, 2 is from Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chukwu. 3 is Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Thank you very much. I stand by. Come up, my brother. I'm here.
Thank you, Mazi Chukwu. Thank you very much for this, your explanation, and I hope our audience are listening. Like I always tell my people that we are different. We are on Biafran Television Channel 1 on frequency. I want you people to always put that in your mind, that we are different. Over 80 millions of Biafran people are listening to us today and beyond, all over the world. That is why everything we are saying, we always mind what we speak out. We are here today to discuss about, just 1 minute. So we are here to talk about things that matters to our struggle. Mazi, like I said, I want to repeat it again. I lost my elder brother, and I have said it yesterday. And again, we are going to also talk about things that is happening to our page, like they have shut down IPOB Rapture Media on YouTube. But I'm urging our people to follow us on IPOB Extension, because we are not going to stop. We are not getting any money from this. We are just volunteer on this Biafran restoration project. And all of you have witnessed what is going on in our land today. And as we always tell people that we have already crossing the Rubicon, we are not going to return, because if we ever return, all these things that we have been building is going to be in vain. That is why you see we are not going to stop till Biafra is totally restored and beyond. Because after Biafra is being restored, we will now begin to build the nation of Biafra. And I always tell my people that Biafra is the kingdom of Chukwubuikem. I myself have already claimed it. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our Messiah. And Biafra is our religion. There is nothing you can say about it. And there is nobody can ever dispute it.
Mazi, continue.
Yeah, somebody was talking to me on the ground, but I couldn't get what he said. Mazi, if you want to talk to me, you send it to me through my phone, please. My phone is better. So when Mazi Darlington is talking, I'm going to listen to it. You send this thing that you said now, technical director, send it to me on my telephone, please, because this thing you are saying here, I can't concentrate there. Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, the one and the only, Agu Biafra. Osoji on a Japanese jifere mbanono and akwukwa one nation on be wetisi uti or mebo zubo. Mazi, we are going to go on government in exile. I want you to talk about it, because I have already started a campaign. Yes, I have already started a campaign, because we have to also educate our people on this issue, that we are not involved. We are not involved. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were supported, or he support this government in exile, believe you me, Mazi could have established government in exile, if I'm not mistaken, 5 years ago, when Okiado was there with all this, what is his name? This man in America that joined Ushoka for me. For what is his name? That short man, I don't know. Care for that man. Obido Obieno, thank you. They could have, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could have established government in exile 5 years ago. But when they were telling Okiado brought that issue of government in exile, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked them first, do you really know what we are fighting for? Do you people know? We don't want to stay in abroad telling you that we are looking for Biafra. We are here to restore the kingdom of Chukwubuikem. We are not going to be there and be saying what we don't know. And before you establish government in exile, because I want to ask Ebirima and the rest of them, his criminals, those people that are working under him, because we know that they are here just to distract. Exactly how they brought P2B, my brother. I always tell them P2B is my brother. But they brought P2B to distract us, to destroy what we are doing, to take our people backward on this Biafran restoration project. And I will never stop this. Obi is a distraction. Obi is agent of division among us. The same thing, this is the way also they brought this in Finland. Begin to tell us government in exile. We want to make it categorically clear that we are not involved. The leadership of this movement called DOS, because they are wise, led by Mazi Okenna and Mazi Nnamdi Okechukwu is the highest commander in this movement. We are not involved. And I want to ask this Eberima them, which country in the world are backing them up? Because whenever you want to have government to be known, not government in exile in social media. No, the real government in exile, there must be some country that are going to back you up. You must have a safer landing, that whenever you are making your report, this country is ready to back you up, to support you, to give you what you need. When government comes, they will say, yes, we are backing them up. I want to ask them, which country is backing them up, or they are just on social media deceiving our people? And I hope you people haven't forgotten that this Ebirima told you people you have bought a warship. You people haven't asked this guy, where is that warship? They told you people that that thing that there, He bought a fighter jet. You people haven't asked him where is the fighter jet. The house they told you people they bought now in America was a fake. Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, please, I want you to tell us what do you understand about all these shenanigans. Ndewo Mazi.
Ndewo. Biafra child, you know I'm a realist. I say things the way they are. I don't pity for myself whenever I embark on the journey of truth saying. Sometimes the kind of truth I say used to hurt a lot of people. And that is why I call my platform as if they hurt, and so are they talking. This particular topic of Biafra government in exile is a topic that I do not want to get involved to make as a program on my platform for any reason.
Okay. But Mazi, when you are calling it, don't put it Biafra in it. No, don't put Biafra in it. Just say government in it. Don't put Biafra there at all. Don't even mention
government now? Who is government now? There is no government. That is what I'm saying. There is no government. You are there. You know, me. I have this kind of belief that what is not existing is only imaginary. You can only live in your imaginary, like your imagination. You begin to create something fiction. They call it fiction. So once I notice that something is not real, but just ordinary imaginary part of it that you are bringing for me to believe, I will not talk about it. But because you have brought me in on your platform and seek that I should comment on it, I am going to do that. But I want to crave your indulgence to allow me to flow.
All right, go on.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want the people that are watching us on this platform and those that are watching on the satellite to go to their Google and ask question. The meaning of government in exile. I want to read it out first, because that is where I want to start. Government in exile simply means a government temporarily established on foreign soil following the occupation of its own territory by another authority. Thank you. I am reading.
As they continue, I'm just showing people so that they can also follow us.
Okay, thank you. So he says, from my own side here, because I broke it down, he said a government temporarily established on foreign soil following the occupation of its own territory by another authority. Now, Machineke, if you are talking about a government here, which government are we discussing about? Is it a government of Idu or a government of autopilot or a government of Biafra restoration? If it is a government of Biafra restoration, who are the people that are recognized? Who are the people that have registered the indigenous people of Biafra across the globe in over 125 countries? Who are they? IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu. If you go to China today, we have IPOB in China. Chinese government is aware that we are congregating and talking about our freedom in China. When you go to Japan, it is established. The government of Chinese knew that we are congregating, talking about government, talking about our freedom. If you go to UAE, if you go to Afghanistan, if you go to Pakistan, India, if you go to all these countries of the world, they have our letter heading. submitted to them with information about who we are, what we do, where we came from, and why we are fighting for our nation. Remember when Mazi Okenna was first arrested in 2015, IPOB wrote a letter to over 230 presidents of the world. Some Biafrans doesn't know this. Yes. IPOB sent letter to over 230 countries. As long as this is a country you have a president, we sent letter to all the presidents of these countries that our leader was apprehended. He was arrested in so country. This is who we are. It's established. I want people to also understand that each time Mazi Okenna is going to court, that IPOB leadership used to do something that they don't tell you, but let me just drop one for you. IPOB leadership makes sure that they do what is called consultation to all the people in concern in Biafra land to shut down their markets. Not by force, but it's an order. Including the motor, the transportation, including the schools, we share letters, and it's IPOB letter headed. Do you see how, if you are talking about any government here that's supposed to be in exile, do you see how they are supposed to operate? But I am still coming to the reason why Mazi Okenna doesn't want us to have anything like government in exile. We are indigenous people living in different countries, fighting for our nation, not a government in exile yet, because the mistakes of Ojukwu, or should I say his shortcomings, should not be repeated. Some people say that the reason why Ojukwu failed is because he did not consult everybody that he was supposed to consult. But the problem is that there was no much time for Ojukwu to do that consultation before he declared Biafra. And that mistake is what you see IPOB leadership and Mazi Okenna correcting today, by making friends, by penetrating into countries and nations, in international communities, by paying lobbies to be lobbying for us, by doing underground job. That is why upon a declaration of sit at home on Radio Biafra by the leadership, by the leader of DOS, Mazi Chukwu, Biafra land will be locked down with keys. Not someone that want to replicate, that want to, take the original side, the fake side of it, giving gun and threatening if you come out, we'll kill you. And if you come out indeed, they will kill you. That is different. So when you go back to talk about this government in exile, my question is, where is the government, and who are the people that are talking about this government, and which country are they talking about this government for? So
Mazi, make I shock you. Now this one where they call Wada where they live for Italy. I don't want to mention his name because it's not worthy to mention. Wada, I don't know me. Wada. Government in Eza. Mazi, I want you to continue, please. It's laughable. It's laughable. I'm telling you.
Biafra child, honestly, sometimes I come out of this world and find myself in the realm of spirit, begin to think about how our people are reasoning, those that are following these fools that are following them. I will actually go out of, I will just sit down on my own and begin to meditate, to think, how is it not this kind of brain that God gave to me that they give to these people? Now, government in exile was rejected to be practiced in this struggle by Mazi Okenna. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 good times. Uborano. Do you know the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is exceptional? Do you know the reason why that man is peculiar? Do you know the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is something that some people cannot even imagine? He does what is called proper consultation with human beings, with the spirit, and then come back to his own knowledge, put them together and work. If the people that you are talking about claiming to have government in exile can actually think and reason, were they registered in any country in the world and recognized by the country of their residence? The answer is no. In Finland, the only people that is acknowledged as IPOB, these are people of Biafra living in Finland, are the IPOB members led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In Germany, the same. In Italy, the same. In America, the same. So when somebody is coming to claim government in exile, where is the signatory of the Directorate of State pasted, or should I say appended on those documents that you are going to show to any country where you are residing as a government in that country? Where? Who is your leader? Are you talking about Wapa, who is a hungry urchin? Who is Ben Johnson that is only running and doing Oheneze stuff? The hunger push him into talking about Biafra nation. Are you talking about him? Are you talking about the prime criminal? The prime criminal of the autopilot? Or are you talking of the prime criminal of Idu? Which one are you talking about? Having a government in exile. Which government? Do you people understand what government actually means? Please let us go back to Google. We are going to learn a lot today because this program, I am well prepared for it, even though I was given short time. I want you to ask Google, what is the meaning of a government? What is the meaning of a government? A government means the group of people with the authority to govern a country or state, a particular ministry in office. Hi, oh my goodness me. Because Biafra nyem hero kan ngo, nyem hero. Chagote mi hero kan ngo.
Get one having is we want here.
I'm not a hero. I want to drink hero.
Hi, Mazi, will our people understand all this explanation? Will they understand?
They will.
That is why Oyendi said there is something. Okay, I wish, and I believe they will understand. But you know, sometimes our leader will say something to the extent that you begin to understand that. Does it mean that we don't absorb something? Does it mean that our sense is far away from us? Why are we these people? They were Mazi.
Mazi, it says the group of people with the authority to govern a country or state, particular ministry in office. Brother, who are the people that has the authority as long as Biafra restoration is concerned?
The doors. Mazi, if our people also haven't forgotten, I want to remind them something. If our people haven't forgotten, I want to remind them something, what happened. You know, some of our people don't even reason and they're trying to see what is going on. People have forgotten that when they went for founding of this pregnant woman they killed, they get to Emma Powerful. Emma Powerful is the one they spoke with. Emma Powerful is the one that gave them the final, update that this Ebirima is not part of us. That is why Ebirima came out the following day and begin to, point out Emma Powerful saying this is for people to understand that the world recognize this leadership. The doors are wise. They know who they are. They know what they can do. But some people are there, you know, fabricating and concocting stories. And some people are there sheepishly following them. Even though the worst part of it is some of our people will come out on social media saying, we don't know who to follow. We don't know who to hear. Mazi, please, I want you to continue.
Thank you. Sometimes people think it is me that is speaking. There is something speaking through me. Because when you're talking about government in exile, you have to define what government means. Then you define government in exile. Does these urchins, these hungry idiots, do they fit in any explanation that this particular true meaning of government says here? Are they fit into any one of them? It says the group of people with the authority to govern. Whom did Mazi Kanu say, in my absence, these are the people that are supposed to take charge?
The doors. The doors.
Who is the leader in the doors?
Mazi Chike Doziem.
Has he declared any government in exile?
The answer is no.
So the issue about government in exile is dead, and the
on arrival,
and the crashed henceforth from now. Because the people that are telling you government in exile, I will appreciate if they will add it government of Idu in exile or government of autopilot in exile. I will not have issue with them. But once they want to attach it with BIAFRA, my own nation, Chineke na n'igwe ogodi ya na-akpọ na ewepụta thunder were pịagbuo ofa niile, because nothing like that, it doesn't exist. Now, let me tell you the reason why Mazi Kanu refused 4 times to accept in that government in exile. Listening to him has been a very big privilege to me. Working close to him has been another great privilege to him. But understanding the way he operates is the biggest of them all. When he was first approached to form a government in exile, he said, the reason why I don't want to entertain that is because our people are still very young in terms of reasoning. Our people are very, very young. You know, when you say about young, this is a freedom fighter. We have not done it before. This is the first time we are doing it. Forget to Wazuri Kebela Zuoshina. If you don't have a tough skin to reason, to digest and digress issues, there are issues that they will bring that will be brought to you. You begin to mess up and begin to misbehave. Just imagine if the way our people are reasoning and thinking now, you just call one person from America, say you are the minister of this for Biafra. With what you are seeing happening now, tomorrow Ghana in America kita anu now nyoda. Say give Biafra child. Girl, I'm na Bruce Peck pata na Facebook bia ku oku. So our people still need more orientation. If you listen to Mazi Okenna on his last broadcast, Okenna said something that shocked me, and I wanted to say it for a very long time. I said, if I say it now, the coordinators will say that I'm attacking them. Thank God, now him talking that 70% of our coordinators does not even understand what we are doing. But I want to correct Mazi Okenna in addition to what he said. Brother, it is 90%, not 70, bro. That is why somebody that calls himself a coordinator doesn't know that the people you are coordinating has every right to question you. And you're supposed to answer them politely. Not to use C&C as a personal tools to favor yourself and suppress those who are asking you questions. When somebody asks you questions, I say,
Mazi, let me ship something. I remember one is spelled a non-entity here called called Abraham Ogbonnaya. This man chased a lot of people away here in our family here in Cologne. Because he and this man can't even write his name. This man don't know nothing.
Okay.
Or Babragomba. With it, because on our local with the finance, believe that now after Mazi and can bro finance. You know this African mentality that no only so. You know, because that is the mentality of Madam Finance, that now I am in charge of the finance. The money of IPOB is my disposal. That means that I have power over everybody. But they have forgotten that that money, we are the people that contributed the money. It's not your own personal money. So that idiot have chased a lot of people away in Cologne because he's not ready to answer any question, because he don't even know what to answer. Now you understand what I'm saying? The same thing is happening in our national coordinator in Italy. That this man, I have called this man town with that number when things are going well. Come, let me anchor you on a program. You are a national coordinator. Just let us put things together. Let me ask you some questions. The man will say, on your Facebook, but today he's gossiping. Now he has become a Facebook person. And now he's gossiping now. If we able suit like Opana. If we able suit or the Opana. But now it's now become on a Facebook. But when I was calling him to come and address our people, to tell our people way forward, you will see a lot of people in this struggle, they don't even know what they are doing. They are just there as a statue. But that is for another day. I'm not coming here to bring issue of Ebukobi. So Mazi, I want you to continue, please.
Okay, thank you. You see, our people are a very difficult people. And sometimes Mazi will just call me and say, President Linton, the way these people are reasoning, they cannot, handle big information. That is why anytime you see Mazi broadcasting, he will, if his program that's supposed to take Mazi like 30 minutes, Mazi will spend 3 hours, because he is trying to break it down for them to understand. The reason why I'm touching all these things is because the people who claim to have known everything and a position of coordinatorship is given to you, some of them are actually thinking that as a coordinator, if Biafra come, you are already a minister. Some of them thought that if Biafra come, because you're a coordinator, they will give you a minister of work or housing or minister of education. That is what they're thinking. They do not know that your job ends the moment Biafra is restored. Biafra people will vote for those that will govern them. So
Mazi Chukwubuikem, please, I would like us to play a short video, okay? And I don't know if we can be able to conclude in 2 hours, 30 minutes, because normal, you have taken a lot of your time, all this thing is a spirit. I remember we always plan to be here 1 hour, 30 minutes, but now you see how spirit is working. But let me play this video so that you can also talk about it, because even though the Nigerian government themselves are beginning to understand those people that are causing problem, those people are into criminality in Biafra land. They are now taking away the IPOB name out because we have created awareness enough that they should understand. Maz, let us listen to this, please.
Discretion is still the better part of valor.
Yes, we've been on this thing for some time, and sometimes you don't even know the whole truth. We don't know when the truth is being garnished and exaggerated. We don't know. We have no access to Kanu in his detention facility to know what exactly the situation is. But what we must not allow to happen is for anything, any negative thing, including death, to happen to Kanu in detention. They must give him the best doctor to attend to him, because the judge permitted him to have access to members of his family, to have access to his doctors. So, doctors that he wants. And he should also be allowed to eat what he wants. Because I've had complaints that, they rejected their food and all that. He preferred to eat something else. He's it's like prisoner of conscience. Or as a prisoner, his own level is higher than others. Of course, the mere fact of him being taken to DSS facility, detention facility, rather than Kuje prison that he preferred, should explain to you that he is a special detainee. You know? So in that case, whatever needs to be done must be done to protect him and ensure that he's in good health while he's facing his trial. You know? You know that at least this person, nothing untoward will happen to him. Let him have access to his doctors. Let him have access to members of his family. Let him be able to eat what he wants to eat in prison. Nothing must happen to him. We have suggested that, look, some cases you look for political solution.
Yeah.
But the government of the day is not interested in that. Maybe the incoming administration will take a look at that, because I remember that Shuaju, during one of his campaigns in the East, said he will negotiate with the people who are making trouble in the Southeast. He said that specifically. And in saying that, I want to believe that whatever efforts we are making to achieve peace in the Southeast, Nnamdi Kanu. Otherwise, we are just wasting our time.
Asukwo, you know, we are talking about a political solution. It should not be out of the question. This is crunch time for us.
Yeah.
Crunch time.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe for those who have incarcerated him, they should know that he still holds, even in detention, he still has influence in the Southeast. You know, there are so many people who still respect him, and they are hoping and even praying for him to come back. And they don't want a situation whereby he will come back the way that we are all not thinking. We just don't want to pray for. You understand? Because if he needs the best Medicare at this period, I think the federal government should do everything possible to ensure that he gets it. To stay in the best place, they should do the same thing. We have I don't want to call it a crisis, but the way the country is after this election is making it look as if some people don't want the country to remain one. You understand? So, and we don't want a situation whereby because of one man's, because of one man, we begin to have another crisis on our hands. So, what we should just do and appeal to the government is let them make sure that he gets everything that he needs. We need him alive. Just like Jide said, I know that all the presidential candidates, they mentioned, okay, fine, we are going to see how we can negotiate, we can talk to him and bring peace in the Southeast. He is one of the people that everybody needs to be a part, to sit on the round table and talk about peace in the Southeast.
Yeah, Jide, we'll go on a break very, very shortly. But you remember Samuel Ekpa's distractions came in the course of his being detained. And so dealing with his matter in record time is important here.
It's important. And, the killings in the Southeast have gone out of complete control. Even IPOP will give instruction, they will not carry it out. IPOP has said no more sit at home on Mondays, except on days that Nnamdi Kanu is brought to court. But it's still being enforced every Monday. So it's like the way of life now for people not to go out on Monday, for banks or schools to get shot.
And school children.
Yes, and businesses are being transferred to neighboring states. Akwa Ibom, for example, is benefiting from the fact that the Igbo man cannot open his container on Mondays anymore, because that's the day they usually open their containers. So they are diverting business to neighboring states. Look at a state like Delta, Asaba. Asaba is just a spitting distance to Onitsha. But people are even sending their children to school in Asaba. Just because of all these needless killings and maiming of innocent people.
Okay. Jide.
Going to stop it here. Now that the Nigerian have begun to understand those that are causing problem, those that are bringing criminality into Biafra land, because when people are asking us what are we doing, this is exactly what we are doing. This is exactly our job, because we are going to force them to the extent time will come they will begin to speak also the truth. We have forced Nigerian government to begin to say those that are killing in Biafra land, those that are forcing sit at home, those that are destroying the businesses of our people in Biafra land. Now people have understood that it's a Simon Eba, not IPOB. Mazi, please, I would like you to use at least 8 minutes to round up on this thing so that we are going to anchor this program at least 2 hours, 30 minutes, Mazi. Ndewo, MAZI CHUKWUBUIKEM. Unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself, please.
Nnamdi Kanu Bomaricha nwa Chineke nyere obodo ka were dozie obodo ka mụ na gị kpọrọ iwe ndụ. Nnamdi Kanu Bomaricha nwa Chineke nyere Biafra ka were ya dozie obodo ka mụ na gị kpọrọ iwe ndụ. Ụkwụnụ ya tam tam, iji ụkwụ ya tam tam, ụkwụ ya tam tam, bremu ya kọmputa. On this note, I do not know the channel where this program was held. I do not know the person that anchored that program and the person that made that speech. And I would like you to send that link to me. I would like to listen to it over again.
I will. Why we cover it is because of, we are different. I will send you, even though I played it yesterday, but through my video. I can't bring it live because if I bring it live, now they will bring problem. I will send it direct to you. I will send it.
All right, just send it to me. Now, I want Biafrans to open their ears and listen to me. While this man was speaking, there is first thing that captured my mind and my attention that I want to break into pieces today. And that plays an integral part to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's safety and right being respected as the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. You see, the area where the man says that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still have influence in Southeast, that people still listen and obey him, is the area where they wanted to destroy at first. They wanted to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu look useless. They wanted to take away Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rights and respect as the leader of indigenous people of Biafra by trying to ignore the order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why Ekberima say they are no longer going to listen to the man in DSS dungeon. What they wanted to achieve was to make him look like he is irrelevant, that nobody listens to him anymore, then they will strike. And on this note, I want to salute all the gallant media warriors from top to bottom. From top to bottom. All the gallant media warriors, those that are writing, those that are commenting, those that are doing visual, those that are broadcasting on Radio Biafra, believe you me, I salute you all. And I want to give a bigger salute to the leadership, because I said this thing from the beginning. The day I discussed with Mazi Okenna, I told him, Mazi, you should understand that what these people are trying to do is to rob Mazi Nnamdi Kanu his rights, to make him look like he is no longer relevant, to take away that his authority, that they will strike. I told Imapoa for the same thing at the same time. This is their plans. But believe you me, the leadership are wise. They knew that the moment that authority that is bestowed, that was bestowed and still bestowed on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is taken away, Church Abasa, I am among the people that fought to say, as long, I was at the verge of, this whole broadcast of there will be no election in Biafra land. I am at the verge of it. I carry it on my head when I used to say there will be no movement, no more lockdown. That there must be lockdown. We should lock Biafra land down. But the moment I got the information that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says, allow people to go about their normal businesses, because the international community are watching to see if this guy is going to be a threat to humanity, if actually Biafra is restored, if this guy is going to stand as a warlord, as a godfather, to terrorize the nation he is fighting for, if this guy is actually going to be someone that will be, giving counter order and destroying the people's way of life. These are the things that Mazi must have thought of before he now decided to say, no, enough is enough. Let people go about their normal businesses. And the moment I got the message that it is from Mazi, and he says, we should allow people to do their normal businesses. Believe you, my brother, from that moment, I stop talking about, excuse me, thank you, I just restored my light now. I stopped talking about the continuation of sit at home. I stopped talking about the continuation of there will be no election in Biafra land. I stopped all this. Why I stopped is because I gave it a second thought. We must establish that fact that it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who tells us what to do, irrespective of his location, because he's going to play an integral part to let the people that are holding him, that even though you are still holding him, he still controls the outside. Just imagine that something happened to him, what the people will do. But Ekberima and his cohort wanted to rubbish the rights, the authority of Mazi. He wanted to rubbish it, but we disagree. We say it's not going to happen. We fought it down. For this man to single-handedly pick it out to say that this man we are talking about still have influence in the East is a kudos that we have won. It's a pass mark that we have won. And secondly, this man established this fact that even when Mazi say, let there be peace on the ground, that Simon Ekberima and his cohort are still enforcing it at home, killing innocent people, destroying so many properties. So, sorry for that. Because of this, I must say thank you to IPOB Worldwide. I must say thank you to Directorate of State and media warriors to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rights, to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's authority is not removed, even a pin. Instead, is added. Now, let me tell you, the first person that started shouting, we should stop taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you know who he is?
I will tell you the first people that I heard it from their mouth for the first time was, I think, was Rabbit Charles.
Rabbi Charles.
Yeah, he is the first person.
Thank you. You are in the spirit. Rabbi Charles was the first person that started making video, inboxing people. He inboxed me that he wanted me to bring him on my program. I said, I read the message, I didn't respond to him. I trashed him because my spirit is very, very high. It's like a volcanic eruption. Once you come close to it, and I come close to me, and I notice that you are of the other side, my spirit at you also. Rabbi Charles wanted to come on my platform to talk about not taking order from Mazi Okenna Okechukwu again. He said, does he understand what he's saying? He started giving an example. When Mandela was fighting for apartheid, the people stopped taking order from him. He said, lie. Mandela still write letter, sent to them. People visit him, he sent message to them. Even though he ended up accepting the white to control their finances while the black rules. In this case, they wanted to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu authority look useless before the world. But today, it is clear and well coordinated that we have won. If they acknowledge that it is not IPOB that is causing problem in the Biafra land, it is a plus to the movement. And that is why what they call it, the peace group or whatever they call them. I don't even like to remember the name of those that group that added the name of IPOB as one of the most dangerous, number 10 most dangerous group in the world. Statistics, fact check says that IPOB is peaceful, and Mazi Okenna Okechukwu have exhibited it. That is why Nano Febu was attacking Mazi Okenna Okechukwu. The Mazi Okenna Okechukwu in court today. This is not the Mazi Okenna Okechukwu in the court today. He was expecting Mazi Okenna Okechukwu to say, okay, stop burning place, go and do this. Mazi Okenna Okechukwu is a peaceful man. He knows what he's doing, and we, the followers, knows what we are doing.
Thank you, Mazi Okenna Okechukwu. Please, I would like you to use at least 2 minutes to round up, in conclusion of all this thing that we have said. We have already, getting to our time, even though we take more.
It's all right.
Please, Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, use 2 minutes in conclusion. Thank you, Mazi.
My brothers and my sisters and followers, lovers of freedom, friends of Biafra, I want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of you, those that have shared this program, those that have listened, and to thank the leadership for making us proud always, and to thank the financial supporters of this movement, because without finance, this movement will also go nowhere. I want to thank all of you, especially those that are putting their hard-earned money to make sure that Eastern Security Network are working hard and making sure that Biafra land is secured. I want to thank the command of ESN for taking this bullet for us, and those of them that have died. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to give the family fortitude to bear this loss, because they died for something great. They didn't die for nothing. And I want to say once again, thank you to our legal luminaries, led by Mike Ozokome and Barrister Ichukwu Ejiofor. Not those that are giving us opposite message from Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, but those that are working according to the direction of Mazi Okenna Okechukwu. I want to thank all of you. Chukwu Kadema will bless each and every one of you. And I want to also thank our leader's wife, Mrs. Uche Kanu. Today, I want to thank you. I want to say, may Chukwu Kadema continue to bless you. May he continue to be your strength, because it's not easy on what you are passing through. But I tell you, victory is yours at last, and victory shall be ours at last. And also, I want to thank to the management of Rapture Media, the man behind this voice you guys are hearing, and the man who is anchoring this program with me, Mazi Okechukwu, the general himself. May Chukwu Kadema bless you. If we are not saying thanks, sometimes it seems as if we have not done something. We have done a lot. The international community have acknowledged that we are not terrorists. That's why they remove our name from that angle. They even beg. The Nigerian government have understand that Mazi Okenna Okechukwu deserve to have the best treatment, they eat the best food, because he is a prisoner of conscience. They have given him the justice that we are waiting for, and said he has committed no crime, therefore he should go. So As it stands now, Simon Ekperima is well known as the criminal who is killing our people in Biafra land. It is established today that all the people that Simon Ekperima are killing in Biafra land that happen to be of Biafra race, their blood will remain on the head of Madam Azoka and Simon Ekperima. There is nothing like Biafra. There is nothing like government in exile with the name attached to Biafra. What they have is government in exile, autopilot government in exile, or Idu government in exile, not Biafra government in exile. What we have is IPOB movement that is fighting for the restoration of our nation and the release of our leader, led by Mazi Chukwu. And my name is Mazi Okenna Okechukwu. Go Biafra Kembo na Biafra eze we feni wanine. Ibe malezo kwa kazo dia. Mazi soja de meji jifere. Eziokwu bondo Kembo na Biafra. Ana masi ka Chukwu kebe ma gozi unu niile. Onye afọ tata ka afukwu echi. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom is at hand. He will join us soon. Thank you so much, my brother Mazi, the Biafran child Machineke. Kenesiano. Ndewo.
All right, wonderful people, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, great people all over the world. We have come an end of this wonderful history of Biafran people. And I hope our audience really enjoy this wonderful time that we give to our people. Like I always tell my people, Biafra is our religion, and we are not going to shy away from facing the reality. I thank you all. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. And as the case may be now, on absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Chike Doziem is the one in charge. I greet you all. And Chukwu Okike will keep on blessing you and guide you on all your ways. I salute you all, great people. From me, from here, I will call it good afternoon till we see again. Ndewo.